Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with a U and not an E. Let's not get it twisted. Now, when they say that TV makes you look bigger, I tend to agree because I know I got all this loveliness, but look like I got more of it than I normally have. And I know that's because of the YouTube screening or whatever you want to call it. It's not YouTube's fault that I've been indulged. Anywho, enough of that. This is not a sex show. So today we are going to do the penny pasta with shrimp. Okay, but before we get started with that, let's talk about the type of recipes that will be on these shows. Okay, so we have recipes that are fit for people who are diabetic, recipes for those who are allergic to gluten. I even have recipes for those who are allergic to nuts, and recipes for pescatarians, vegans, Daniel fast, high blood pressure, especially. And so, whatever type of things that you're going through or what you need, your restrictions, we got a recipe for it, okay? Because the Lord has blessed me with over 300 recipes. I'm sure I can find something for you. All right. So now, this is episode 6. Can you believe it? I'm getting there. Episode 6. And actually, this penny pasta is made out of red lentil. All right. It is made out of red lentil. It is gluten-free for those who are allergic to gluten. And what I like about it is that it has a lot of potassium in it. One serving has 300 milligrams of potassium, and that's really good. And then it also has 12% of iron. So that's really good also. And the fact that it's gluten-free and low in sodium. So that's why I like this product. And this is by Full Circle Market. I don't know if you have it at your store. I believe I bought this at either Price Chopper or Hy-Vee, but you ought to be able to find it somewhere. All right. So I really love it because it tastes like your regular pasta, but it has more bang to it. How about that? So, what I want you guys to do before we get started and get lost in transition, I want you to hit the thumbs up button, go to subscribe, and when the bells come up, click the black bell. That way, every time I come on, they will notify you of whatever it is that I need to share for the day. Also, so anyway, enough of that. That's what you need to do right now. So, also, if you notice, I put the whole recipe on there this time. So you're welcome. That way you can make that tonight if you want to, or next week, or whatever day you want to make it. But I put the whole recipe on. Ooh, I'm getting there. I'm telling you, I'm getting a little smart. Anyway, this eating lifestyle that I've been doing has been going on for 3 years now because of my health scare. But what it has done for me within a year, I was able to take my A1C from 8.7 to 5.3. Okay. My blood pressure from 167 to 123. I was able to avoid 4 medications. 4. Okay. And I've maintained a weight loss of 17 pounds. And I'm pretty sure something came off in the last 2 weeks, actually the last month, because when I was able to put on some pants that I had not been able to wear a month ago. 2 pairs to be exact. So something's going on here. I don't know what it is, but Lord, keep it up. Okay. So anywho, I want to talk about March recipes. So I'm going like, I don't even know what I'm making next week. I don't know what I'm making for March. So what came to mind was oven fries. Did you see my Super Bowl food? Oven fries. And I'll be doing the oven fried wings. They were so good. And I'm going to do pineapple cheesecake for March. So every month I will do a cheesecake. And then I'm going to do my gluten-free cornbread or cookies. And you're going to have to let me know which one of those you want first. Okay. So anyway, let's get started. Okay. Because time is of the essence around here. So anyway, the first ingredients on the list is the penny pasta. And I have bought them already. Let me put this box out the way. I bought them already and drained them. and they look a little lighter than the original. Before you boil them, they're a little more red, but they're a little pinkish. But that's okay because they're done. And you want to boil them for 2 minutes longer than the instruction. That's what I found out, because you don't want them tough and you don't want them grainy tasting. Okay, so boil an extra 2 minutes and they should come out perfect. All right, and then we're gonna have our California blend vegetables in here, and all California blend vegetables is carrots, cauliflower, and broccoli, and they call that California blend. And so we have that for today, and that is 8 ounces. So if you get the big bag, it's usually 16 ounces, half of that bag. Our next ingredient are the mushrooms. So we have Hy-Vee here, and they have so many canned vegetables that have no salt added. So I found the mushrooms, no salt added. And this whole can is a serving, but it's going to get spread out within this thing because this is 2 servings. And 1 can is only 35 calories and 25 milligrams of sodium. Can't beat that. So we have that. Put that to the side. And we have, what else is going in here? Oh, sweet onions. Yes, I love my sweet onions. Vidalia, Peruvian, same thing. And I have them sliced up thin and short. That's how I like it. One day I'm going to do a show on chopping and slicing and dicing and all that stuff. How about that? Then we're also going to have in here our oil spray. And since I like a flavorful vegetable with the oil spray, I'm using the butter spray today, okay, to saute the vegetables in. Then we're going to have our shrimp. So I got the small shrimp frozen in bag, already cooked. And I like the small ones because if I get the medium or the large one, I'm going to cut them up. So why not just get the small and they'll be whole? Okay, so about this side. All right. And this is two servings, which is 6 ounces. 3 ounces is 1 serving. So being that this recipe makes 2 servings, I've got 2 servings of shrimp in it. All right. Now, if your cholesterol is very high, cut that in half. All right. That's what I had to do when I first started off until I got it under control. And I can't eat shrimps every day because it's high in cholesterol. All your seafood is high in cholesterol. Meat is high in cholesterol. So I try to eat 1 serving of what I call meat a day. That when I say meat, I'm talking about fish, chicken, whatever it is. All of it's meat to me. So I try to do 1 serving a day, and it keeps my cholesterol down because God knows I don't want no medicine if I don't have to have it. Okay, so now our seasoning. We only have 5 seasoning today. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of the Mrs. Dash onion and herb, 1/4 teaspoon of the garlic seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, not salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Okay, and if you notice, once you really pay attention to my recipes, you will see that I use these in almost everything because they're a great combination. Okay, I might add something here and there. Now, this recipe does call for a teeny bit of salt. I like the Mediterranean Sea Salt if you can find it, and you're only going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just 1/8 because I needed that extra little kick. I tried to do it with no salt at all. Not so well. So anywho, and then so your sauces that you're going to saute with, cook and blend in. What do you want to call it? We have 1 teaspoon of the sesame seed oil. Now, you don't just have to buy this if you don't want, because I didn't make a lot of recipes with it. And so it'll last a long time. So it won't hurt because at least I had it for this recipe this time. Then I had my favorite sauce, the Korean Gochujang sauce. I love it. And sometimes it's hard to find. Now, I usually get my Hy-Vee brand, but I did find it at Walmart. And I forgot, was it Walmart? Yeah, it was Walmart. And I forgot what the brand it is, but they did have it, okay? And so, and for a while, it took me a while to get that name right, that Gochujang. I kept saying Gochujang and whatever, but I apologize to the Korean people because I kept chopping up that word. But it's Gochujang. Gochujang sauce. It is so, so good. I have 2 tablespoons in this recipe. And then Worcestershire. Say that 3 times fast. Worcestershire. It is an old ingredient that people have been using for years because of 40 years ago when I was cooking, and I kept saying that, what in the world is Worcestershire sauce? And so they have a less sodium one, and I use this instead of soy sauce. Okay, it kind of tastes like soy sauce, and it has way less sodium. Only 1 teaspoon is 5 calories and 20 milligrams of sodium. You can't beat that. Okay, so you're gonna have 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. All right, and then we'll kick that off at the end with our Parmesan. I have Parmesan Romano and Asiago, but whichever one will work for you. Okay, and then we will, if you like it spicy like I do, then you're going to top it off with a little bit of these red pepper flakes. Okay, and then the secret ingredient, which is also spicy in my world, but you don't have to get spicy, is this Carolina Reaper cheese. So at the end, I'm going to sprinkle these 2 tablespoons of Carolina Reaper cheese along with a few of those red pepper flakes and that Parmesan cheese. And boys, oh yeah, oh, everybody got to eat. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray our pan with our butter stuff, oil spray. All right, and don't put your oil spray close to the fire. All right, put that far away as you can, and we're going to put that over there. We're going to turn this on medium high, and we're going to throw in our I'm looking on here. We're going to throw in all the veggies. That's what we're going to do. We're going to throw in our vegetables. We got our onion. Everything's going in this pot. Get it up there. We're going to saute. Not that, just the veggies. All right, we're going to saute all the veggies first. And then what I like to do is spray the top of the vegetables as well with oil spray. So I've got everything coated good. All right, so turn this handle around. We're going to saute this real fast. It only takes about 5 minutes to saute. We're going to saute that really good because it's going to blend in all of those flavors. And I don't know why I chose mushrooms. I like mushrooms, and if you don't like it, don't put it in there. It's not a problem. Okay, not a problem. Okay. We're going to get this sauteed. Oh, there go one of my onion slices. Are just acting bad. But while this is sauteing, make sure I'm following my own recipe. Yes, saute. Oh, and the seasoning. I'm tripping. All right, so let's put all our seasonings in here too. Get all that flavor in. And it may sound like it's not a lot of seasoning, but it really is. And it blends together well. You don't have to add nothing else. I'm telling you. Don't be adding stuff without tasting it first. I don't know why people do that. They just look at it and then think they need something without tasting it. If you're eating anything that I make, you need to taste it first because it is well seasoned. I guarantee it. Okay? So while this is sauteing, okay, it's not going to take long. So while that's sauteing, I want to tell you the healthy nutrients stuff, which I call the healthy highlights. Okay, that's what I call it. And this recipe for 1 serving, because this makes 2 servings. So 1 serving is 418.8 calories. And that's really good for a whole meal. And when you add the cheese, like I'm going to do, that just brings it up to 433.8 because I like to get as low sodium in the cheese as possible. That way I can splurge a little, okay? The saturated fat without the cheese is 0.5. With the cheese makes it 3. Still good. The sodium without the cheese is 644.5. Now for a whole meal, that is not bad, okay? Well, that's not bad at all. And with the cheese, it brings it up to 719.5. Yeah, that's about right. And the sugar stays the same as 16.5, which is not bad for a whole meal if you're diabetic. And the protein, oh, I love the protein. The protein is 31.5 without the cheese and 38.5 with the cheese. This recipe, this meal here is very healthy for you, and it's very tasty, and it fits your macronutrients restrictions. Okay, so who says you cannot eat and live and enjoy? Because that's what, when we eat, we want to enjoy food. Why should we have to just eat it just because? No, let's enjoy our food. So, all right. So this is practically done. And the reason, I had the elves make that the one that you saw earlier on the picture, but I said, well, this is pretty fast. I ought to be able to do the whole thing on the show, as long as I prep first. See, so in the future, I want to be able to let you guys know in advance what we're making, and that way you can prep your stuff and be cooking along with me. Okay, that's the future. And maybe have your elves help you out too. Oh, okay, so that looks pretty good. Can you see it? It's smelling good. That's when you know it's ready. So then, once that is sauteed, all I have to do now is add the shrimps, which are already done. We're going to add our shrimps, and we're going to saute that for about 3 minutes, probably 2. It don't take long because they're already done. We don't want them to shrivel up. So we're going to put that in there. And yeah, I have to look at the recipe because sometimes I forget. And people might say, why you forget? You the one made it. Well, most of the time, these recipes just came to my head and I was just doing something. And if I didn't write them down real quick, I wouldn't remember. I tell you. So, but it's getting there. So anyway, I want to tell you about these arms. No, I don't go to the gym and work out, okay? And I used to have muscles, but not anymore. So anyway, one day, my mama said, girl, you got to do something about that bye-bye. I said, what's a bye-bye? She said, your arms ain't jiggling. I said, oh, honey child, that's not a bye-bye. These arms saying so long. Anyway, I can't do nothing about it. About that. Just thought I'd throw that in because I'm looking at these so longs. Oh, anyway. Okay, so the shrimps are pretty much cooked in real good. Turn this down to low for a minute. Then I'm going to add my sauces. We're going to add this sesame oil. Can you see me? I hope you can see me. Yeah, we're going to add the sesame oil. We're going to add our gochujang sauce. Put all that in there. Yep. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add our Worcestershire sauce. See how it looks like a soy sauce without all that salt? And then we're going to stir all that together. And it's going to give us a nice, pretty color. Yeah, it looks like stir fry, basically. And we have to add our pasta. We cannot have pasta without the pasta. So we're going to add our pasta to that and get it all nice and coated and stir it up together. Ooh, one of my pastas. You didn't see that. Tastes good. Tasting good. Okay. All right. Now, if you want to add a little more of the gochujang, so let's add a little more Worcestershire because to me it's just a little dry. And I like it. Just a little more. It's not going to hurt that it don't have much salt in it. So, which is good for us with high blood pressure. So we're going to add a little more of that in. Raise that up. Okay, now we're getting it better. All right. Get all that blended in together. And now, that's pretty much done. Oh, wow. See, that didn't take long at all. Not at all. All right. So can you see? Can you see all that loveliness? Not talking about me, I'm talking about the food. Okay, so I am going to see, and this is a lot. This whole skillet is supposed to be 2 servings. I'm pretty sure you can squeak out at least 3. But it all depends, because if a man is eating, he might want half of that. He might want half of this, because that would be a lot. So I'm just going to put a little bit in my red bowl for Valentine's Day. And so this is, okay, yeah. All right, so it looks like a lot, but it's 1 serving. Turn that off. So can you see this 1 serving? And it looks like a whole lot. And it's got your pasta, it's got your vegetables, it's got your shrimp in it. And now I'm going to top that with my red pepper flakes. This red pepper flakes, can you see it? See, I like my stuff spicy. A little bit of the Parmesan cheese. See if we can get that special effect going. You see that? And my favorite part is my cheese. Yes, see, 2 tablespoons is 2 ounces, and a serving is actually 1/4 of a cup. And so I'm only having half of a serving. So I can do that, especially since it's low sodium. And then top it off with a garlic knot roll. And there you have your red lentil penne pasta with shrimp for Valentine's Day, or whatever day you feel like feeling cozy, because that's what pasta does. Okay. Now, next week, we're going to do cheesy shrimp and grits. So let's say cheesy shrimp and grits. That's the best way to say it. I don't know about you, but I love me some grits. I love me some cheesy grits, and I love me some shrimps, as you can probably tell. So we're going to have cheesy shrimp and grits on next week. And next month, we'll be doing oven fries, oven fried wings, pineapple cheesecake, and gluten-free cornbread or cookies. Now, that's going to be your decision, okay? If nobody say anything, I'll just have to pull a name out of a hat, because I have over 26 variations of gluten-free cookies. I have 6 variations of gluten-free cornbread. So I can just put them all in the bag and pull a name out, a number, or whatever it's called. Anywho, this is live. There's your blooper. So all I wanted, well, you know what? Grandma Hershey must be losing it. She didn't taste it for you. She didn't make sure it wasn't poison. Let's get a little bit of this and see if it's as good as she say. Can you see all that good stuff in there? Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see. I can taste it. Ooh, I taste the kick. Ooh, it's massive. So, happy Valentine's Day. And remember, I hate to eat with my food in my mouth. It's so good. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe with the black bell, and share. And I love you. I'll see you next Tuesday with those cheesy shrimp and grits. I love you. Mwah.